When you put your recyclables here in your recycling cart, it's probably the last time you think of them. But really, it is just the beginning of a long journey to make these materials new again. Their next stop, a place we call the MRF. After collecting your cart, the collection trucks come here to the City of Milwaukee and Waukesha County Materials Recovery Facility, or MRF for short. The collection truck crosses a scale and then dumps all of the recyclables into this area, called the tip floor. This mountain of materials, up to 250 tons per day, can be sorted in a single shift. That's 500,000 pounds every day. A giant front-end loader helps get things moving by scooping everything into the metering bin. This makes sure the materials are spread into an even layer on the conveyor belt for the workers and machinery to sort. Sorting the materials starts here in the pre-sort room. Employees move quickly to grab large plastic buckets, laundry baskets, and pots and pans. They also grab what doesn't belong because it is not recyclable. Wood, plastic bags, and even an occasional bowling ball have been found dumped into recycling carts. The workers put it in the trash before it can injure an employee or damage the sorting equipment. This is why it is important that only recyclables go in your recycling cart. After recyclables leave the pre-sort room, they travel across the first paper screen. Cardboard will travel along the top of the screen. Bottles, cans, containers, and jugs fall through the openings to be taken to a different area of the MRF for sorting. Glass falls even further and is broken into small chips and is then cleaned. Then it waits to be collected here in the glass storage bunker. Even though this might look dirty, only 10 to 15% of it is non-glass material. Soon, this glass will be collected in a large truck to be taken to East Troy, Wisconsin. There it will be further cleaned and sorted by color. Next, the glass will travel to Burlington, Wisconsin. Here, your old bottles and jars are made into new ones again. Many bottles return to Milwaukee to be filled by our breweries and are then returned to our store shelves to begin the cycle again. Back at the MRF, other materials continue to make their way through the facility so they too can begin their journey to become new products. Recyclables continue on across 3 more screens to separate papers from the rest of the materials. These screens are actually thousands of rotating rubber discs that are set on an angle. 3-dimensional items like water bottles, shampoo bottles, and steel cans fall through holes between the discs or bounce to the bottom. A conveyor belt takes these items to be sorted by workers elsewhere. Only 2-dimensional flat material like paper moves up the incline to fall onto another conveyor belt, where employees further sort it by hand. The result? Clean grades of paper sent to holding bins where the materials wait to be baled. After paper is removed, bottles, cans, and plastics continue on, ready to be separated further. First, an electromagnetic belt grabs all of the steel or tin cans. Plastic containers are then sorted by a series of 3 optical sort machines which use infrared light and then a puff of air to sort them by type of plastic. Finally, aluminum cans and foil are propelled off the end of the conveyor belt away from the remaining stream. Once the machines are done with their sorting, employees finish the sorting process to carry any remaining recyclables and to make sure the right materials end up in the correct storage bunkers below. Items that can't be recovered for recycling here are taken out of the facility and into a trash compactor where they will be taken to the landfill. From the control room, the plant manager can monitor everything that is happening in the facility. When a bunker of recyclables is almost full, the push of a button on a control screen can empty the bunker and move the materials over to one of the balers. The baler compresses the materials and then wraps bales with thick steel wire. Bales can weigh anywhere between 750 and 3,000 pounds. Wonder how many cans are in each one of those aluminum bales? Some bales have as many as 32,000 cans. This paper baler is one of the largest in North America. Each bale of paper that comes out of this machine weighs over a ton. Reusing the paper in this bale will save over 17 trees, 7,000 gallons of water, and enough energy to heat your home for 5 or 6 months. Multiply that by 100, the average number of paper bales made here each day, and you'll see that recycling really adds up. Once the bales are made, a forklift sorts and stacks them until they can be shipped to various factories to be made into new products. Most of the paper and cartons go to paper mills in Wisconsin's Fox Valley and will be made into new paper. Aluminum goes south and is melted down to make new sheets of aluminum. These sheets of aluminum can then be made into new cans that will be filled and put back on store shelves in as little as 60 days. Steel cans go to U.S. steel mills and are melted down. They can be made into anything steel, like new cans, refrigerators, or even car parts. Most plastic water and soda bottles, shampoo bottles, and detergent jugs are chipped up, melted down, and turned into new bottles, jugs, and other forms of packaging. However, not every recycled bottle becomes a bottle again. Some water and soda bottles are cleaned and chipped and then sent through a machine that turns them into a fluffy fiber. This fiber can be spun and woven into clothing or carpeting. This whole system works best when you recycle right. Information on what you can and cannot recycle in your curbside cart or bin is on our website, MilwaukeeRecycles.com. While the story of what happens with your recyclables reaches across the country, it all starts with you. Make sure recyclable materials make it into your recycling container. That way, we can all make sure Milwaukee is clean and green for now and long into the future.